Welcome back to Newsnight on this Friday evening. I'm Faith Mangope. Now returning to our top story, 3 pupils have been killed with 20 others hospitalized after a walkway collapsed in Hoërskool Driehoek in Vanderbijlpark. The South African Human Rights Commission is urging the Department of Education in Gauteng to evaluate and investigate in safe school infrastructure. So for more on this, we're joined by eNCA reporter Masego Rahlaga, who's attending a night vigil at the school. Now, Masego, it's quite a tragic incident. I believe that one for one, it's the parents also looking at how is it that they get to pick up the pieces from here, and one may say quite a traumatic event, obviously, since also the MEC Banyaza Lisuf has ordered for the school to be closed.
Good evening, Faith. I mean, you can imagine, the type of day that these parents and the rest of the family members of these pupils, including the pupils themselves, the rough day that they've had today, on a Friday when, they're expecting to meet up with their friends, go to class, learn a little bit, and then go back home to tell their parents about their day at school. And then, you get that call as a parent from wherever you are to say that there's been this type of tragedy and that there are actually fatalities. Obviously, you drive here hoping that it's not one of the people that you know, either a child or a brother or a sister. But I do have with me Faith Jean Rokok. He matriculated here in 2015. He does have his brother at the school in grade 10. His brother was supposed to speak to us, but he's not okay, understandably, Faith. So I'll just go straight to Jean. Jean, thank you so much for joining us here on eNCA. Where were you when you heard about the tragedy that's happened at the school, and what did you do?
At the moment that I heard something happened at the high school, I was sitting in my office, I was at work basically. So I got the call and said, listen here, phone your brother immediately, find out if he's okay. She was crying hysterically. I said, listen, calm down, I can't hear what you're saying. What must I do? She said, phone your brother, hear if he's okay. Immediately I phoned my brother. He was but he's emotional. So he said the incident happened. Initially I thought he was in a bus accident because he's using the bus transport to come to school. That was my first thought. And then after he explained to me that the balcony or a slab on the walkway fell and that he barely escaped it, I was so thankful. I was ice cold, I was nauseous, I was sick, but I'm just happy that nothing happened to him.
And of course, you thinking of the fact that, some of these pupils he knew, the ones that have unfortunately lost their lives. How is your brother doing now? Is he okay? Is he doing okay?
What happened here today cannot be classified as tragic. I think tragic is a real understatement. He's a real emotional, softer kind of person, so it did get to him. But I mean, if the camera can see, look at all these people. I just want to tell everyone who lost a child today or whose child is in a critic condition in hospital, look at this. We at Hoekies here, you are not alone. You're in our prayers, you're in our thoughts 24/7 of the day. So don't lose hope. I know you feel like your whole world is lost, but don't lose hope. We are here for you.
Thank you, Jean, for joining us. I know that, you don't have a lot of words. Faith, you can imagine for a brother to receive that call to say that there's been a tragedy at the school and that there's been some fatalities as well. Now, as you can see behind us, I'm just going to move off the shot so that, my colleague Lucky just shows you a bit of the shots. You can't see at the gate, really, the wreaths that have been laid at the gate, the candles that have been lit, the teddy bears that have been put there, the messages to those families and the people who died from the community members gathered here. Actually, it's swelled up. The numbers have actually swelled up quite a bit, Faith, from when we arrived earlier. With people, just like Jean said, people supporting the families who lost their children and those who are still in hospital. Obviously, a huge, tragedy, and those families are not going to have a nice weekend.
Well, thank you very much for that information, Masego. I know that you will be standing by in Vanderbijlpark at the school as the night vigil continues. eNCA's Masego Rahlaga.